If you team up with this beautiful woman in front of you, survival in the wilderness, no food, no water, you can't even wear clothes. You have to figure out a way to survive 21 days in the wild. In addition to being naked and treating each other calmly throughout the process, we have to deal with accidents all the time. Challenge: success will win a $100,000 cash prize. This issue's challenge location: Guyana wetlands in South America. There are ferocious and deadly wild caimanes everywhere. It goes without saying how dangerous it is. The male contestant who came to participate was named Erection. He was a senior officer in the U.S. Army Special Forces. 30 years in the Army, acquire a full range of wilderness combat capabilities, since he has been a leader in the Army. So he has a solution to all kinds of difficulties. He is confident of winning this challenge. And the other female contestant is named Agent, currently working in the nursing profession. Already a mother of 3 children. Since I have always liked outdoor sports. So he came here specifically to learn the skill. After arriving at the target location by small steamer, the two quickly took off their clothes. Then we got to know each other on the river. Avoid being attacked by crocodiles in the water. They had to get to the shore first. Dai chose a fire-repelling device as a survival tool. Birch had a mosquito net. It can also be used as a secondary network at critical moments. As for the wild knife, it is specially provided by the program team. Then the two of them opened the map and studied it. Now you must go inward as much as possible. As long as there, have a suitable place to set up a campground. After landing, the two also asked each other about each other's origins. I learned that my teammate was a Special Forces instructor. Debbie's heart was filled with admiration and admiration. Pretty soon, they found a glass bottle on the ground. As you go up, the terrain gets higher. Prove that they are moving away from the swamp now. We have to get the shelter up before dark. Went around for most of the day. They finally found a suitable level. As an officer, it doesn't matter what your teammates think. Start calling Dai, then building the shack with yourself. Helpless Debbie can only follow him to catch fire obediently. Soon, 2.5 hours later, well, the shelter now has a framework. At this point, Debbie suggested that she could find a way to make a fire and boil water, but my teammates feel that it will be dark soon. Too late at all! So after calming down a little bit, Debbie specifically explains her thoughts to the Erection. He thinks that getting an erection only allows one to think alone. I didn't even get a chance to talk to him. Fortunately, Erection is also a temperamental person, immediately realized his mistake. As night falls, the two slept on the ground with mosquito nets and fell asleep. I thought I wouldn't get bitten by mosquitoes. However, I got up in the middle of the night to look at my parents. The ground is crawling with ants. It seems that sleeping on the ground is not a wise move. Wait until the next morning. Debbie's whole body has been bitten red. Even his face was almost destroyed. At this time, the two have not drunk water for a day and a night. If you don't replenish water, I'm afraid there is a risk of dehydration. The Erection also realizes the seriousness of the problem. Start taking your teammates around and blinking around. But this generation is infested with crocodiles. Trying to find a safe haven. It's just hard to get into the sky, and they don't have the blessing of fire at this time. So I had to go to the river and fill a few mouthfuls of water. In this case, we can only solve the urgent need first. I just hope I won't have diarrhea after drinking it, considering that improving the shelter first is more important than the source of fire. So they decided to build a new shack. Came out and chopped a bunch of sticks around. Fix it into a triangular frame. The last thing you do is you put the bed net over it. Shelter identified. Now is the time to solve the fire source problem. It's a pity that Tiangong is not beautiful. It rained heavily. Soon the surroundings were soaked by the rain. The two had to put a roof on the tent first. But after the rain, the leaves can also collect some fresh water. A little bit of moisture. Nightfall, the two also lay in each other's camp. Due to the temperature being too cold, they're putting the nets directly on their bodies. And that lasted until the morning of the 3rd day, since the two have been naked. But it's more embarrassing than ever. Teammates naturally know how he feels. So I used the old fabric I found, made Debbie a underwear. Not to mention that the craftsmanship is really bad. It's not big or small to wear, I can just hold it. As for the next step, quickly solve the fire source problem. Although the belt is specially brought with drilling wood, tool for expelling fire, but this thing is not easy to operate. The two were busy for a long time and still did not enter the venue at all. Just then the sky was clouded again. The thought of the two almost freezing to death last night. Birch directly smoked the drill membrane as fresh breath continues to blow in. It took 3.5 hours to finally raise the firefly. Next, you have to figure out a way to find protein. So Birch specially left teammates to take care of the fire source. I went around the camp looking for food. Soon he was on the ground. A dried brown fish fruit was found. Pack it all up and take it back to camp. Although there is no fruit in it, but it has the high protein of white flowers. This stuff is fresh enough to eat sashimi directly. According to Birch, I used to eat this a lot when I was in the army. I am afraid that the taste of my teammates will not be used to it. For this, he also wrapped it in leaves, then put it in the fire and roast it. After half an hour, the delicious food is out of the oven. Debbie took a taste and expressed very nice. I can't help but praise my teammates. In the next few days, both of them basically rely on eating this degree. Occasionally catch a few grasshoppers. A street cop tastes better than a caterpillar after a run. And on day 5, their breakfast was caterpillars. It's not the way to keep going like this. For this reason, the two people specially wear mosquito nets, come to the river to fish, risk being attacked by a crocodile. Been busy in the water for most of the day. The result is still the same, without success. Until the 8th day, Birch proposed making a large fish basket. And it really enhances the concept of catching a fish. As for the material, it is ready-made dried brown fish. After a busy morning, Birch went down into the water and laid out the fish basket. As night falls, the two also hugged each other and fell asleep together. The next day, the agent came to the river in advance to check the fish basket, and surprisingly, there was something inside. It looks like it should be a big fish. However, just as he was trying to salvage the fish basket to shore, but accidentally let the food in hand escape. That's bad luck. Returning to the shore with an erection did not blame him. After all, let a girl check the trap. It's a mistake of judgment. Wait until the morning of the 10th day. The two were really hungry. It's better to take the initiative than to sit still. So Birch made a harpoon. Bring your gear and get ready to go into the water. Come to the trap set before. He vaguely saw movement under the water, as a pair of long hairs quickly insert underwater. I didn't expect to easily insert a big catfish. It seems that decades of experience in the military are still useful. When they brought back to the camp, the two immediately enjoyed the delicious food. Bai has been hungry for so long. I can finally have a proper meal. The taste of grilled catfish goes without saying. Silky and soft. Delicious meat. The protein requirement is 50 times that of beef. But just eating fish can't satisfy the agent. He wants his teammates to grab something else to eat. Wait until day 12. Come check the fish cage again. Nothing was gained. Drinking a few mouthfuls of river water directly replenished a trace of physical strength. They can only pin their hopes on the jungle. In the blink of an eye, it's day 13. Today's luck is really overwhelming. A crocodile was caught in the fishing building. Good guy, this is really no luck. Bring the entire fish house directly back to the camp. The flag is for timid agents to do. Assassinate the princess. However, when they finished processing the internal organs, but a roundworm was found in the belly of the crocodile. Of course, this meat is not edible under normal circumstances. However, protein supplementation is urgent. The two still grill the crocodile meat on the fire. 2.5 hours later, the roasted crocodile was successfully baked. Have a bite, buddy. It tastes like chicken, except for a little less seasoning. Nothing else is wrong with this little crocodile. The next few days of life, straight up a notch. The two not only made a double chair for the camp, he also prepared a dozen long hairs for hunting. In order to completely turn wilderness life into a vacation, Birch comes up with the idea of spicy strips again. So I started searching around with my teammates. Not long after, he found a wild candle under the root of a tree. Fix the head with a stick first. Alert a grappling hand successfully subdued it. Without hesitation, bring it back to camp and grill it directly on a stick. Good guy. This wilderness life is really enjoyable. The taste of spicy strips of meat is naturally not known to everyone. Strange or familiar crunchy chicken flavor. Wait until day 17. It began to rain heavily. As a result, they had to stay in the camp and rest. In addition to that, make sure the fire doesn't go out. Next few days. This heavy rain has no intention of stopping. This directly makes their shelter start getting wet. It may get moldy after a long time. And at night, the temperature was below freezing. Fortunately, the camera is turned off. You can hug each other and keep each other warm. In the blink of an eye, it's finally time to go home. When I woke up, the weather became sunny. The two studied the evacuation route. Start walking towards the pickup point. Just came to a river. Unexpectedly, the shore is crawling with crocodiles. Fortunately, these guys don't actively attack humans. The two also arrived in the jungle smoothly. Half an hour later, there were deer and villages. With the slow arrival of the 4 trampolines, the two successfully completed this challenge. Now you can go back and score the bonus.